What's going on, guys? It's your boy the FNAF Show, producer Luke speaking with another FNAF video. Today we are back with another video and we are going to be doing the plush collection. Now, I have looked at my last plush collection video and I noticed that that thing got like 1,300 views. So I guess you guys seem to really like it. So we're back again. We're going to do it again and I cannot wait to get started with this because of all the plushies that I have. It's quite a collection. There is 6 boxes full of plushies that are all FNAF. So without further ado, let's get into it with Wave 1. So starting us off with Wave 1, we have our main man, Freddy Fazbear. And, I mean, I got him and 2 others as a present for, I believe, one of my birthdays. So there you go. Next up, we have Bonnie. Bonnie the Bunny. He was actually my first plushie that I ever got. Again, a birthday present. And then we got Chica, ring not included. That was added as an accessory. Lore reasons. Just scoot you over here. Her and Freddy, as well as Foxy, I got together. And speaking of which, we also have Foxy. Again, another good plush. And of course, there's another plushie here, and that is Toy Foxy, Mangle, Pre-Mangle, Funtime Foxy, whatever you want to call her. I just typically call her Toy Foxy because that's what she looks like. And I don't know what she's got going on here. It's like a tongue or a lip or something. I don't know. It's just kind of sticking out there. I'm not sure why they added that in. I don't know what their thought process was, but here we are. So, as of now, these were the only retail plushies that you could find anywhere. Now, there were 3 exclusives, one being Toy Freddy, a GameStop exclusive, Golden Freddy, a Walmart exclusive, and Shadow Freddy, a Hot Topic exclusive. And fortunately enough, I actually have Shadow Freddy, which is the Hot Topic exclusive. We're going to set you over right there. Now, if you guys are aware, or you aren't aware, this single stuffed animal right here goes for about like $600, give or take, which is crazy because in stores it costs like $10 to $15. So we got about like a $600 plushie here, and fortunately enough for me, I only had to pay half of that price because it originally went for about $300, and then people were like, you know what, this is a lot more valuable than I initially thought, and now we're gonna boost it up to $600. I've seen some people go to $650 all the way up to even $750. It's a very expensive plushie. I am very grateful to have it in my collection, and I would definitely work some extra hours if you can get this. So, this is almost the entire Wave 1 FNAF plushies. Yeah! On to Wave 2. Now, coming over here right by Foxy, we're going to be putting Wave 2. Unfortunately, I only have about 5 plushies in this entire wave, considering that it consists of FNAF 2, 3, and 4, so I'm kind of disappointed about that. Then again, I haven't been looking on like eBay or any of those sites for all the other plushies. So yeah, I mean, I kind of dug a hole for myself, but I can get out of that hole. I just gotta look. So with the plushies I currently have, them being Toy Chica, I need to get a new one because of the hair. I might use this one as like a custom or pattern. I don't know. Something. I'll do something. And then we have, of course, our favorite cupcake, Mr. Cupcake or Carl Cupcake or heck even Toy Cupcake. Now this was modeled after Toy Cupcake, so that's what I'm going to call it, but in the series it is known as Carl Cupcake. Nostalgia. And we also have the puppet given to me by someone, and originally this and all the other ones you see here were all retail, but they re-released the puppet and now it's a GameStop exclusive. So I'm not sure where to put it. I'm just putting it here because nostalgia vibes. Moving on, we also have Nightmare Foxy. I like this plushie a lot. I remember seeing Mario Muffet Adventures, another channel you should definitely check out. I do believe they remade their channel. I don't know the new channel name, but I'm sure they have it linked there probably. Check them out. I remember watching their channel, and when I thought of them, this is the character that I thought of with his kind of squeaky voice, as well as Nightmare Freddy. I also have him. Again, another very recognizable character in the franchise. And in Mario Muffet Adventures YouTube channel. And I like it a lot. It's nice and cute. It goes right over here. And last but not least, for this wave of plushies I currently own, we got Toy Bonnie, who was also a Hot Topic exclusive. And I was given to this guy, again, same person who gave me the puppet. And I believe he retails for about like $250, maybe. I'm not actually quite sure for the price because I got this guy, well, the person who gave it to me got this guy for about $115, which is a lot better than $250. So yeah, it's actually in very high quality. I like it a lot, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Yeah. So overall, these are, oh wait, I have 6. I'm just now realizing that. So these are the 6 plushies that I currently have from Wave 2. The ones I am missing are Mangle, who is a Walmart exclusive, Springtrap, who is a retail, Nightmare Bonnie, who was the first and last Toys R Us exclusive. He was moved over to retail by the community, so we just put him in retail. Phantom Foxy, who was a Target exclusive, and Nightmare Cupcake, who I believe was a GameStop exclusive. So I think that's a pretty even split. I have about half of them. But moving on to Wave 3, the sister location wave. Yay! Now, coming over to Shadow Freddy, we are going to put the sister location wave right here, aka Wave 3. And I actually have a fairly good collection of these guys. I'm only missing 3 plushies, them being Exotic Butters, a Hot Topic exclusive, Bonnet, a Walmart exclusive, and White Eye Ennard. I don't know why they made 2 Ennard plushies, but here we are. So, to kick us off, I think it's only reasonable to start with White Eye Ennard's counterpart. White Eye Ennard's counterpart. There we go. Black Eye Ennard. And overall, it's an interesting plushie. I wish they kind of made the back not white, because his mask, this makes it look more like a helmet. I also did stuff his hat because it's just kind of flopping around. Don't really need that. But overall, a very reasonable plushie. It's great for like interesting sewing patterns. I'm not going to elaborate on that. Moving on. Next up, we have Ballora. Another very reasonable plushie. I like it a lot. I do think the prototype version was a lot better. Actually, that goes for all of them. All the sister location plushies, their prototype versions were just much better. And then we got Baby. I got this one earlier this year by my dear aunt, so thank you so much for her. She is a essential part to the collection. And noticeably smaller than Ballora and Ennard. Now the name is starting to make sense. Moving on from that, we also have the Funtime Duo, Funtime Foxy. I first saw this guy at Toys R Us, God, I cannot speak, before it closed. But I got him years later, and now he's an essential part to the collection. Yay! And of course, we got his buddy, Funtime Freddy, with little Bon. Hey, Bon, you ready to get him?
No, please, just stop. All you do is hurt me, and all you do is make me feel pain.
So is that a yes?
Ah!
So, you know, very nice. And the random drop release that Funko did, lol bit. Obviously, a lot of people like this. Personally, I don't like it as much. I like Baby more because of the cool design that she has in the game with all of the cool features that she can do, like ice cream, balloons, and of course the Scooper Trooper. And a little bit, I mean, I do like the colors, but I could take it or leave it. Sorry for all those Lobot fans out there. Please don't come attack me. Just as a little background history, this plushie randomly dropped, and everyone thought it was a fake, but it was indeed official. And you couldn't really find it anywhere else other than Target, so it was just kind of widely assumed that it was a Target exclusive. So there you go. Facts check me on that one. But anyway, yeah, that's all the sister location plushies I have as of now. My only complaint, and I think I speak for everyone on this, is the printing sucks. You can see that there is white there. If it was like stitched like how these eye rings are, then we wouldn't have a problem. Or if it was different felt like how Shadow Freddy has, but no. And also, another nitpick, why is Funtime Freddy's forehead so long? These are legitimate questions that need legitimate answers. Anyway, moving on. Next, we're going to do Wave 4, and that is a very big wave. So, let's get those plushies out. Now, to kickstart this wave, first we have Twisted Freddy. And he is very cool. I do like the mouth design, although I've heard from people who have used this design for their custom plushies, it is kind of hard to get on there. But they managed to do it, so I think they can do it. And obviously the printing is a lot better on this. It goes deeper down into the fabric, which is very nice. And it just goes to show. So yeah. And did I say this was a big wave? I did, because this is the only plushie I have from that wave. Again, I say I haven't been looking on eBay or any of that, which, again, I have dug a hole for myself. But I should probably start looking. So, yeah. Anyway, other plushies in this wave, they include Twisted Bonnie, Twisted Chica, Twisted Foxy, Twisted Wolf, Theodore, and Stanley, who I believe is a Hot Topic exclusive. So, yeah, all the other ones retail, including this fine fellow right here. Anyway, let's move on to Wave 6. Okay, before we continue, I would like to point out that he is not from Wave 4, he is from Wave 5. Wave 4 was the Blacklight Wave, and you can tell that is the worst wave of all because I forgot about it. So, let's take a trip down memory lane and redo that. So, for starters, we have Green Cupcake. It's just a green cupcake, there's not much else. I wouldn't eat it if I were you. Then we have Blue Freddy, as well as his partner Pink Freddy. And then we got the Fox Trio, them being Blue Foxy, Green Foxy, And last but not least, Purple Foxy. Now, there is one more plushie in this wave that I do not have, that being Balloon Boy. Say what you want, he is part of this wave, and he was a GameStop exclusive, I believe, or Hot Topic. I can't tell. One of the two. I know for a fact that Walmart did not make BB because they're smart. They knew not to make the annoying little child. So, after one aneurysm and brain fart later, that is my final verdict. He is either GameStop or Hot Topic. Yeah. Okay, now we can move on to Wave 6. Let's get to it. Okay, now, Wave 6 is part of FNAF 6, so just thought I'd bring that up. Anyway, moving on. First off, we have Rockstar Freddy. He is a very detailed plush. Funko got all of his details correct, except if you count Ultimate Custom Night, where he has a little coin slot where his PR should be. Anyway, then we have Rockstar Foxy, which I also thoroughly enjoy, especially a little parrot guy. It's very nice. Even has his head cocked to the side as well, so that's also pretty cool. I guess, I don't know, but we're putting out points there. And then we got Helpy, the tax collector. He does your taxes, and if you have a lawsuit he can't fix, then it's gonna turn into Buff Helpy and whoop your ass. Anyway, so there's Helpy, and moving on, we got Senor El Chip, and he is obviously one of my favorite characters because I do so many videos with him and Doug in it. They just get up to some funny shenanigans. Put him right there. And of course we got Lefty as well, missing an eye, and has been kind of absent in the videos. You'll see why very shortly. Ooh, spoilers, foreshadowing. Ooh. And as well as Orville, another cool plushie. It's the first elephant they've done, and it's probably going to be the last. And last but not least, we have the felon Pig Patch. We have Pig Patch. Yeah, another cool character, just kind of random, just kind of sitting there, just, yeah. Now, characters I do not have in this wave consist of Happy Frog and Orville's dear friend, Mr. Hippo, who are both Walmart exclusives, as well as Candy Cadet, who is a Hot Topic exclusive. I actually saw him, but I was too broke to buy him, and then I had a mental breakdown. And lastly, there's Spring Bonnie. I don't know why he's part of this wave, yet here we are. So, yeah. Yep, that's all the plushies, the ones I do and don't have. Also, Spring Bonnie was a Hot Topic exclusive. Moving on to Wave 7. So, for Wave 7, we only got 5 plushies, and, you know, that's not great. What made it even worse, though, is that they changed the fabric they use, and that even sucked more. So much so that Funko actually remade them better, and did an additional line of plushies called Blacklight Glamrock plushies, which is super cool, and all of them you can find at the same store, that being Hot Topic, which is amazing. Now, obviously, they're 2 separate waves, but I'm just going to put them together. And also, another thing to note is that I actually don't have all the original and remake plushies, because who really needs that? I just put them both together and see what happens. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off with Glamrock Freddy. Now, a lot of hate has gone to this character, and I don't blame the community, considering he doesn't have triangles, no bow tie, no earring. The trailer is very specific on what details went where. He doesn't even have a stripe on his top hat, so I'm sorry, but no. And then we have Monty Gator. This is the best one out of the whole wave, and it continues to be the best one. He's got his little mohawk, his sunglasses, his lightning strike on his, well, it's not really his snout, it's more on his face, but, you know, it gets the job done. They also have the pants and, of course, a cool little gator tail. The only thing I'm nitpicky about is obviously the fabric, as well as he has no bottom part of the pants, so he's just kind of a word for free balling, but with the butt. Yeah. Then we got Chica, who is also a very good plushie. Again, very accurate. The only thing I would nitpick about is that no earrings, and I do believe that this is supposed to be over here, as well as no wristbands. Actually, almost none of them have wristbands. I don't think any of them have wristbands, now that I'm thinking about it. But, moving on. Last but not least, well, actually, hang on, there's one more. But we also have Roxy. She suffered the most, obviously, having no makeup, no wristbands, no none of that. Fortunately, this is a remake version, and I'm very happy about that. Okay, now, last but not least for this, the original wave, we got Vanny, who also suffered pretty badly. Nobody likes this plushie. I would agree with that. Nobody cares. I'm sorry. Moving on. Next we have the Blacklight Glam Rocks, and these consisted of the remake models, that being Blacklight Glam Rock Freddy. It looks so dope. And, of course, Blacklight Glam Rock Roxy. Unfortunately, though, I do not have Chica or Monty in their Glamrock Blacklight forms, but I have a pretty good idea on where I can find them. Again, eBay or the Hot Topic store online, but that was like 2 years ago, so probably not. But these are very cool plushies, and I'm happy to have them. They, see, even she has a tag on. It's special edition. It says so right there. It's awesome. Gonna use you in a video one day. Now we can move on to Wave 8, the Spring Color Wave, basically a remake of the Blacklight Wave. So moving on from Wave 7 to Wave 8, we got the Spring Color Wave. It's basically a repeat of the Blacklight Wave over there. So, yeah, we'll just go through this quickly. So, first off, we got Spring Color Pink Freddy, Spring Color Blue Freddy, Spring Color Purple Foxy, another Spring Color Pink Freddy, Spring Color Cupcake, Spring Color Green Foxy. I do not have Spring Color Blue Foxy for some reason, but these guys are all retails, including Spring Color Blue Foxy, and the Walmart exclusive in this wave is Chocolate Bunny. Because it was Easter time, and it's a Chocolate Bunny. Yep. Alright, now, moving on. Now, after the Spring Color Wave, there were a couple single releases, and I only got one of the three, so let's see. The first one was Freddy Frostbear, who was also a Walmart exclusive. The other two being Phantom BB and Security Puppet. I believe both of them, or at least Phantom BB for sure, was a Hot Topic exclusive, and Security Puppet was a GameStop exclusive. But seeing that the trend in FNAF AR was increasing and all the skins that were being added, they decided to make a wave dedicated to FNAF AR skins. So, here goes nothing. Now, me personally, I really like these plushies. They have a very interesting texture to them and very interesting choice of color. Not only that, but it's plushies of characters that have been kind of rejected. So, it's good to see them get some light. So, first off, we have VR Toy Freddy. I don't know why he doesn't have a nose. He's noseless. And then we got High Score Toy Chica with built-in bib for some reason. And then we got System Error Toy Bonnie, but there's no cheeks, so everyone just says it's System Error Bonnie. It is Toy Bonnie, I swear to God. And, of course, we have Radioactive Foxy. Everyone is wondering what this printing is on where his eyebrows should be and on his belly. That is all endo parts. Good attention to detail. Everyone who thinks it's just unnecessary, you guys suck. And continuing on from that, Funko also did make a bunch of like inverted or photo negative versions of these 4 plushies, or like color swap versions. I'm not sure how to put it, but I think it's color swap. So starting us off, we have color swap VR toy Freddy, reach, and then we got color swap VR toy, or color swap high score toy Chica, yeah, right there. And then we got color swap system error toy Bonnie, right there. And the last color swap is color swap Radioactive Foxy. Set you right there. I think my favorite out of all this is color swap System Error toy Bonnie, because it's such a unique color. It's not quite yellow, it's more of like a peach color. I like it. But that's not all. There's other characters too as well. There is a live wire toy Freddy. That's what Funko calls it. It's a Game Over toy Freddy, and it does have this special edition tag, but I believe it was a Walmart exclusive, so you can only find it at Walmart. Joke's on you, I found it at Target. What do you have to say about that? And then we have Firework Freddy. Again, a Walmart exclusive. I actually have 2 of these guys, because you can never have enough America. And, of course, on the topic of American traditions, we also have Liberty Chica. And I do believe that was also a Walmart exclusive. And last but not least, one that's very dear to my heart, I believe a Funko exclusive, actually. Chocolate Freddy. I love it very much. I'm not entirely sure if it is a Funko exclusive, but I know it is special edition, so I'm just throwing that out there. And I actually have every single plushie of this wave. I hope so. Last I checked, I did. But yeah, so final thoughts on these. I just like these, like, I don't know what type of fabric this is. It's probably a specialized minky. But I like it, and also I do like these kind of little things that are sticking out. It's very cool, very nice, very neat. I like it a lot. Alright, well, I think we can finally move on to Curse of Dreadbear, aka Wave 10, I believe. Okay, before you get into that, I forgot 3 whole plushies from this wave. So, them being Shamrock Freddy, a very good boy, the Irish feel with your ogre in the swamp. And then we have, I believe, another single release, that being Frostbite BB, the only Balloon Boy plush I have, actually, which is very disappointing, because I think Balloon Boy's pattern is very cool. I like it a lot. I think he was a Walmart exclusive. Fact check me on that. And, of course, we have Blackheart Bonnie. This guy is very pudgy. I got him at a reseller store, but I'm happy that I have him. It's kind of derpy. It's okay. I do like all the stitching on him. It's very cool, like the stitching to simulate glass. And it is a Walmart exclusive, so you could find both these guys probably at the same time at the same place. But again, fact check me on this. Okay, now we are completely done with the FNAF AR wave. Now moving on to Curse of Dreadbear, finally. So, to kick things off, we have Dreadbear. I have 2 of these guys, because you can never have enough Frankenstein's monster. Yes, that is the politically correct term for it. Sue me! I dare you! Please don't. And then we have Captain Foxy. He is a Walmart exclusive. And then we have Jacko Chica. I don't really like the teeth on this plush. Then again, they look good. I think they just belong on a different product that Funko would have made. Over here. And of course, we have their counterpart, Jacko Bonnie. Everyone says it looks like Fanny. It looks like Twisted Bonnie. Your opinion is invalid. Over here. And last but not least, out of this entire wave, we got Grim Foxy. I don't know why they didn't give him any upper teeth, but he finally has a hook. Oh yeah, the Foxies right here also had hooks. I don't know why I didn't mention that. That was like a character development point for Funko. But I got 2 of these guys. They're awesome. I like them. Very nice. And I believe the next one is the Circus Wave. So, coming close to the end of the Funko era of FNAF plushies, which is quite a lot, we also have the Circus Wave. Now, this isn't the last wave that Funko has made. They've made about 2 more waves before they decided to call it quits. But, let's focus on the characters that are in this wave. Starting us off with Clown Freddy. A very nice plushie. I got him at Hot Topic. Hot Topic. Yep. And of course we have Balloon Foxy. I actually have 2 of these guys somewhere, right here. There we go. I like them because they hold balloons. All the balloon plushies do, except for Balloon Boy. And then we have Balloon Chica, the exclusive of the wave. She was a Walmart exclusive. There we go. And then we got our very depressed Clown Foxy. This is going right over there. I got 2 of these guys, so double the sadness. And then we have Balloon Freddy. You go right over here. Is in your little corner, child. Yep. Alright. And last but not least, we got Clown Bonnie. Again, another one of my favorites. I just like the little jingle bells on the top of his ears. And all of these, I don't know what to call them, frills? Or, I don't know. Decorations on his hands and neck. There we go. Mini tutus. How about that? And, oh my god, that was the worst voice crack. Another thing to note is that all of these guys, except for the duplicates, sorry you two, are going to be appearing later in Season 4, probably in Season 5 of my plushie videos, so keep an eye out for them. They're coming very soon. Yes, very soon. It's probably going to be like around March, maybe April of this year, so stay tuned for that. But moving on, we are going to go onto the tie-dye wave, which is basically the blacklight wave, but actually better, which I didn't think was possible, but here we are. So let's get into it. Now come on over. Oh, blah. Coming over here at the end of the circus wave is the beginning of the tie-dye wave. Now, they didn't just release tie-dyes, they also released Sun and Moon plushies from Security Breach, and it's, at the time, new DLC, so let's get into that. First, we got Ruined Moon. I like this plushie a lot. Where are you going? Come back here. Sit. Stay. Good boy. I like this plushie a lot, and I think the detail is exceptionally good. We also have Ruined Sun. Again, another good one. I like it a lot. It's very nice. These two go together very well. And, of course, I got 2 of them because you can never have enough Sun and Moon shenanigans ever. Now, moving on, we also have Regular Moon from Security Breach. I also like this one. I like the colors on it, but I don't think I like it as much as Sun, because Sun is just fun. Yep. And like the other 2, I got duplicates of them as well for making Eclipse. Which I never did, but it's still up there. Moving on over here for the tie-dye wave, we have Tie-Dye Bonnie, a very nice plushie. Tie-Dye Chica, again, another very nice plushie. I got two of them. I don't know why, but both of them look like they've seen some stuff. Tie-dye Freddy. Very nice as well. Tie-dye Toy Foxy. Or tie-dye pre-mangle, tie-dye mangle, whatever the hell you want to call it. Because I am not going over all the listed names for this character and adding in tie-dye to the front of it. There's no way I am doing that. And of course we got tie-dye Foxy with a hook again as well. And the exclusive of the wave, where you could also find it at Walmart, tie-dye Springtrap. This bugger was very hard to find for no particular reason at all. And another thing to note is that these were going to be the final designs for future plushies coming later down the line. And then they lost their contract. So, yeah, I think they could have done this earlier, but you know what? It's okay. You're still very special. There are still two of them that I am missing, those being larger versions of tie-dye Foxy and Freddy, but they're secondary and I don't really need them. I just need like these 6-inch and higher plushies. Yeah. So with the tie-dyes coming to a close, the Christmas wave begins, as well as the FNAF Fanverse, Fazbear Fanverse initiative comes in as well. We got there eventually, folks. And I do believe this is the last wave of Funko plushies. Now with the introduction of the Christmas wave and the Fazbear Fanverse initiative, this is their last wave of plushies that Funko has made. It's not the last plush, because there are also some bigger ones, but these are the last plushies they've made. And we're going to start off with the Christmas ones, because I think they look objectively cooler. And who better to start it off with than Snow Girl Chica. This is quite literally the best Funko FNAF plush I think they've ever made. It's got gloves, a scarf, buttons, a carrot nose, coal eyes, eyebrows that are meant to look like little leaves, and a very detailed hat. Overall, just very detailed. Not to mention the type of fabric they use. It's very fluffy and I like it a lot. It's a good plush to just snuggle up with. And moving on, we also have Nutcracker Foxy, who was a Walmart exclusive. I say was, but he still is, and that doesn't plan on changing unless Walmart decides to close all of a sudden. And then we got Santa Freddy, again, a very nice one, as well as Elf Bonnie. This guy was a pain in the butt to get, but I eventually got him, and he has the same material used as Snow Girl Chica. Oh, even you do. And then we have Gingerbread Foxy. I got two of these guys right here. Yeah. And yeah, let's move on to the fan game. So with the fan games, they picked at least two of them being Popcos and Candies. And I have every single one of them. And they were also purchasable from the same store, that being GameStop. So they're all GameStop exclusives. Now moving on, we have Candy the Cat, Popco's Evergreen. I got two of these guys. Here we go. And of course, Blake the Badger. Fun story about him. He was going to be restocked only once, and because he was modeled after the 2016 version of Blake, which is kind of goofy, but with that, it makes it possibly rarer than Shadow Freddy all the way over there. I can't find him. But only time will tell. I mean, he's still pretty common. So much for being restocked once. And to close off the Funko era of FNAF plushies, I want to do a couple kind of medium-sized plushies that I was kind of hesitant to buy because they weren't in the typical style, but I ended up buying them. So for starters, we got this standing up Nightmare Freddy remake. Goes over here, he's got beads on the bottom of his feet, and he's accompanied by Nightmare Bonnie, And these two were both Hot Topic exclusives, and I got them for about $30. Is it worth it? Not really. But did the consumerism get to me? Yes, it did. Another thing I want to put out there is this terrible Toy Freddy puppet that actually doesn't work. I've tried it. Trust me, you have to like take stuffing out of the muzzle, and even then you don't have enough grippage. If any of you find some way to work by some miracle, I am thoroughly impressed with you and your use of your hands. Take that any way you want. I don't care. Moving on. With Funko out of the picture, a lot of other companies have decided to make FNAF plushies, and one of those being, like, I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's like VNXL, VNKVTL. I don't know. That's like an acronym, but anyway, they made some pretty good FNAF plushies, and 3 of those being Shadow Toy Chica, Phantom Chica, and last but not least, Glitch Trap. Very nice plushies. I like them a lot, but let's move these out of the side and get with the real deal of bootleg FNAF plushies. Now, Xmart is a FNAF bootleg company, but they have made some incredible and memorable plushies with the absence of Funko. So, I think it's only right to include them in this plush collection. And who better to start off with than Easter Bonnie, because we never got him in the FNAF AR wave. And to accompany him, we also have Shadow Bonnie, or his name that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce because it's just static. And moving on with that, we also have some of their best ones, like Withered Bonnie, as well as where are you going? Withered Foxy. These two I've wanted for a long time, especially Withered Bonnie because he just looks so damn cool. Withered Chica. Yeah. There we go. Withered Freddy. Right here. And the multiple variations of other withered animatronics, including version 1 of Withered Golden Freddy. He's got his head permanently cocked to the side. I like that. Version 1 of Withered Shadow Freddy. We also have Scrap Trap, or as they call it, if I can get the tag, Scrap Turtle. That is some terrible focus. You can kind of see it. It's fine. It's probably fine. Yeah, one of the best ones. I like it a lot. They also have Demon Foxy. Very nice. As well as Demon Bonnie. Again, very nice. And again, Demon Freddy. Again, very nice. Then we also have Bootleg Sonic, Frost Plush Trap. Noticeably smaller, which I like the attention to detail. We also have Mr. Fazbear, which, if you know, he's like the tax collector, very rich man. You can tell by his suit and monocle. No argue about that. We also have version 1 of Fredbear. There's a second version with eye rings around it. I didn't buy that one personally because I just think this one looks better and much more nostalgic. We also have Liberty Foxy. Right there. Liberty Freddy. Right there as well. And Liberty Bonnie. We also have version 2 Shadow Freddy, Withered Shadow Freddy, and version 2 Withered Golden Freddy, and probably some of my favorites, Nightmare Chica, right there, Nightmare, right there, and Nightmare Fredbear. And that is currently every X-Smart plushie that I have. They do plan on coming out with a Nightmare Young plush, but that's for the future. Continuing on with the vibe of bootleg FNAF plushies, we have this crippled Twisted Freddy, Twisted Freddy's special son, crippled Twisted Foxy, Twisted Foxy's special son. Put those two together. Got a bootleg version of a bootleg FNAF plush. I didn't think it was possible, but we've established with that we have crossed that bridge. As well as a bootleg version of another bootleg. Huge forehead. We also have bootleg Orville, because you can, I guess. Bootleg Puppet, because, again, you can. I'm not going to talk about this guy, because I can't. And this guy who I can't speak for him. And of course we got our main man, Doug. Yeah, whoa, broski, whoa, yeah, oh yeah. Doug. And of course we got some big plushies too, like Jumbo Foxy. Very nice plushie. To accompany him we have Jumbo Freddy, cause why not? Very nice, these two. We also have Jumbo Glitch Trap. He's gonna smell you. We also have Jumbo Movie Cupcake, as well as Funko Snaps Jumbo Toy Bonnie, and Funko Snaps Jumbo Circus Baby. Moving back a little bit, large Eclipse. I thought that was a smaller one. You decide to fall over. That's not acceptable. How about you just sit down right there? Good boy. And we have large Helpy. Put you right there. And, of course, large Golden Freddy, who was the first and last box lunch exclusive. Now, with Funko come to a close and bootleg FNAF plushies taking over, there was a new company that decided to arise, and that was Jazzwares, and I have their exclusive Nightmare On plush from someone, so whoever sent me this, thank you. And of course we got customs, such as Phantom Chica, Outdated, and of course this guy. You saw him in the Christmas Carol. I'm still not going to reveal his name, but yeah. And of course, this random Chica I found in my room while moving. There we go. So, 6 boxes later, and multiple bullet holes in my wallet, and many gifts from many people, I now present to thee my FNAF plush collection. This is going to be a pain to pick up, which is why I'm waiting until after I publish this video to pick it up. And of course, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment, notify, because this video is so good. Let me know down in the comments who your favorite FNAF plushie is, and as a side note, how many FNAF plushies do you think I have? If you rewatch the video and count them all, and give me a thorough answer, good for you, you get my approval. If not, that's okay. But anyway, I am severely out of breath for no reason, and I gotta pick up now. So, see you guys in the next one.